You went 2-2 on the 4-game road trip. What did you learn about your team?
I mean, I thought we had a great response Saturday night. Our ball screen defense was a lot better. Our discipline at the defensive end of the floor was a lot better. And that's critical for us. It's been one of the main reasons we've had some success this season. And we lost that a little bit Thursday night in the second half, lost our identity at the defensive end of the floor, and it really cost us. So I was pleased with the way we responded Saturday and got back to doing what we're supposed to do at that end of the floor.
Each time your team has lost this season, y'all have bounced back and won by a wide margin. I think it was like 22 points, y'all average winning by. What has allowed this team to bounce back like that? Is it just the ability to forget about that loss? Is it just better preparation? What is that?
No, I think the guys understand every game stands on its own, whether you win or lose. All the games carry the same weight. So I think it starts with your seniors. Jonathan and Terrell have done a good job of leading the preparation into that next game and really setting the tone and making sure we respond the right way. And I think whether we win or lose, I think our guys have done a really good job this year in scouting reports and taking the things we go over in practice and carrying those things over to the games. So probably starts with the seniors, but just credit to the team as a whole.
You and I talked very briefly about Tennessee State. I want some more clarity on it if possible. You're wanting not necessarily a quantity of rebounds, but a quality of rebounds. Can you explain to me your emphasis on defensive rebounding percentage?
No, not quantity or quality. It just comes down to the percentages. I know for many years everyone's always looked at rebounding margin, and it's just really not a true identifier of how the game was played on the glass. We look at the percentage of it. And right now we're 15th in the country in offensive rebounding percentage, which has really developed into a strength of ours. We're getting about 35% of our misses, which is good for us. We were at 50% on Saturday night and was one of the big reasons we won the game. And then defensively, the simple version is obviously you want to limit your opponent to one shot, but we'd like to be getting 75% of those misses on the defensive glass. And we didn't get it done Saturday night. We got hurt a little bit on the offensive glass, but we've been pretty solid there for the most part this year.
In conference play, Terrell Miller, his three-point shooting percentage is now 27%. I know he still has the green light to shoot those, but has the struggles been as far as the shot quality, I guess, as far as open looks compared to when he's got a lot of defenders on?
Well, I think we want to continue to get him open looks. I think he has pressed a little bit and rushed a couple threes, but when he's wide open, he's as good a catch and shoot guy as there is around. So we want him taking those open looks. We want to continue to have the right balance of inside, outside. And he's been a dominant defensive rebounder for us. Want him to continue to excel on the glass as well.
Would you like him to, he shot 47 threes in conference play, would you like to see that number drop a little bit?
I'd like for it to stay the same or go higher as long as they're open looks. I'd like to see him get more twos down in the paint. I think you look at our Tennessee Tech game, he was 5 for 5 from two-point range. Some of those were post-ups. A couple of them were offensive rebound putbacks. So I think we just want to have the right balance there. In the non-conference, I thought it was about right. About 40% of his shots were threes. There have been some times where it's crept up to around 60% of the shots being threes. I'd like to see it have that same balance we had non-conference, right around 40–45%.
I know we've talked a little bit about Byron getting back to himself, but over this 4-game stretch, despite it being 2-2, Byron looked like himself. Where is he fitting from an offensive standpoint in this team?
Well, he's playing really well. He's shooting the ball well from three, catch and shoot opportunities, and then he's done a nice job of driving the basketball and getting the ball into the paint, which is obviously a key for any team. And then when he gets in there, he's a good passer, he's a good creator, and it just gives you an extra weapon when you have 2 and 3 guards out there on the floor at the same time who can all shoot it, who can all get in the lane and create, not only for themselves but for others.
On Morehead State, a very good rebounding team. They're a buzzer beater away from winning 3 straight games. Talk about the challenge they'll give you on Thursday.
Well, they're playing really well, Neil. Had a great opportunity to win on Thursday against Jacksonville State. Came up a point short, and then played very well on Saturday in a convincing win over Tennessee Tech. Led by Lamontre Harris. He's got 4 straight double-doubles, averaging about 16 and 11 over his last 4 games. Between him, King and Green up front, those 3 are combining to get 7.5 offensive rebounds a game just between the 3 of them. So they've been one of the top rebounding teams in the league. I think that not only at the offense and defensive end, I think those will be key stats for us to look at as we prepare for them on Thursday.
Earlier this year, obviously you had the thing with Jalen where he sat for a game or 2. What has he been able to do to turn it around? Because it seems like the last couple of weeks he's really been a key part for you guys, maybe not scoring, but defensively and kind of being that presence in the paint.
I think he's been playing very well. He's playing the game lower. I thought earlier in the season he was playing very upright and vertical, and now he's playing the game in a stance at both ends of the floor. I think he's moving exceptionally well. He can really finish plays around the basket, though he didn't finish them as well Saturday night as he has been. But at the defensive end, he's really anchored our defense. Really physical. He's got great strength and athleticism. Has a good IQ for the game, too. He sees the plays developing. He's been able to come over and block a lot of shots on the weak side and also alter a lot of shots. So he's been playing at a high level for us, and expect that to continue to even get better as we go down the stretch here.
Do you think that situation that you kind of put him in, I guess, motivated him a little bit more to get back and bounce back the way he has?
No, I don't think so. I think he's done fine. He's working hard in practice, and he knows what the expectations are and what the standards are. And I think Jalen's a future all-conference player in this league. I'm really excited about him and want to continue to challenge him to keep getting better. But he's a guy that's playing at a strong level in the post right now. Not only defensively, but he's posting hard. He's getting some good angles in the post and finishing plays for us.
Jalen, conference play, any other year, you guys would be halfway done. Now there's 10 games left. Is that something you guys think about? Does it even feel like that 8 games of the conference season have passed?
To be honest, I haven't even noticed. This is my 2nd year doing this. And last year, at this point, it felt like it started a lot of games. And now, as you said, you said 10 more games?
10 more games in the regular season, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, we haven't been focused on that. We've just been focused on each practice, each game, just trying to win out from now on.
You guys have opened conference play 6-2 with a couple of closely contested losses to Belmont and Jacksonville State. What have you learned the most about not just yourself, but this team?
We got a pretty good team. Tough losses. We bounce back. Every time we get a little setback, we always bounce back. So we got a pretty good team. We're gonna be fine.
What do you feel like your role is on this team? We've talked to a lot of the other guys about what their roles are, and they're clearly defined. Do you feel like your role is clearly defined, or do you just kind of go out and play?
My role is pretty simple. Be a big bruiser. Bang, 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 set hard screens, get offensive rebounds, block shots, just do what I can.
Speaking of offensive rebounds, I think a lot of people really noticed your effort against Belmont on Thursday, where you had 9 offensive rebounds, 8 in the first half. As a matter of fact, Belmont talked about it in their post-conference, their press conference after the game. Did you feel like that was maybe your best game to date as a racer, or did you even think about it that way?
It really wasn't even on my mind. I don't really like that game because we didn't come out on top. So, it wouldn't be my best game to date.
You've really come out, and especially in conference play, as more like a rim stopper. You've been blocking shots at least, I think, a little over 1 a game in conference play. Have you been working on getting your timing to block shots more efficiently, I would say?
I want to say, it's just playing in a stance more, gives me better reaction times. You know, Coach Max stressed being in the stance more, and I'm starting to buy into that, and it's helped me on both ends of the floor. So.
Hey, you're leading the team in blocks by quite a bit now, especially since the start of conference play. I know right before conference play started, Terrell Miller said that he kind of had a little bit of a friendly thing with you. He wanted to have as many block shots as you and wanted to push you to have as many block shots as him, but now you've started to kind of take control. Is that just a friendly competition between the bigs? You seem to be leading well in front at the moment.
Yeah, you know, me, Rel, and Breon, you know, we always on each other about blocking shots, who can get the most blocks a game and stuff. And so, you know, during the game, whoever gets a block first, they always let the other ones know they got it. So it's just something a little fun.
So there's like a competition for the first block in the game.
Oh, it's a competition whoever ends with the most blocks pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right. Earlier this season, Coach sat you, and you only played a couple minutes. I can't remember which game it was. What went through your head when that was going on?
You know, just
Or how tough was that for you?
it was tough. It was hard, like, to watch. You know, I got my guys go out there and fight without me and stuff, and then, you know, it made me I want to have to go through that again. You know, just be better as a person.
Do you think because of that, it helped you kind of, I guess, like you said, refocus a little bit more and put that much more effort into bouncing back once you were able to get back into the starting lineup?
Yeah, it made me refocus a whole lot. It made me, it humbled me, you know. It made me work harder than I have. Maybe go back and working like I was in my freshman year.